Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Scorpio? Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy at the foundation, Scorpio. This is going to speak a little bit about what I channeled through and what I spoke about in the last Scorpio reading about patterns that you see in your life. There's something that's been taking place. I started taking note of this earlier on in the year. And what I'm talking about, Scorpios, is energy manipulation taking place in your life in a very systematic, methodical fashion. There's a pattern to it. What I have noticed all year long is that every month, right around the same time, it's typically right before the full moons, I always find myself in this space where I feel very happy, very content with where I'm at in my life. I get into a space where I'm thanking God for everything that I have in my life, for the blessings that have come into my life ever since I've created this platform, ever since I've awoken to myself spiritually, and ever since I've woken up to the Matrix. As we approach these full moons, every single full moon this year, something starts to take place. Things start to feel a lot different. Now, I'm not just talking about the natural occurrences of these moon cycles that we all feel, but I'm talking about something very dark, something that feels energetically violent starts to take place around me. And the reason why I'm speaking about this is because all of you are dealing with this in some capacity, but you haven't had a way to really compartmentalize it. So what I'm about to give you guys here is a way to start recognizing this in your own lives, because the entire Scorpio collective needs to be aware of what's taking place. Now, once these full moons pass, I find myself probably for the next 2 or 3 days post the full moons in a state of confusion. I don't want to say depression because I'm not somebody who gets depressed at all. I don't deal with anxiety at all, not since I've woken up, not since I've got all the toxic behavioral patterns and individuals out of my life. It's just not something I deal with. So I feel this very foreign energy around me, which are not thoughts that are my own. It's a 9 of Swords kind of energy, which is all about anxiety, grief, depression, you're second guessing your moves, something like this. This is a root chakra attack, so you're starting to question the foundation you're building for yourself. You're questioning your moves. It's also a third eye chakra attack, so it's distorting your perception of your reality, and it's a crown chakra attack, trying to disconnect you from your higher self. This right here, Scorpios, is showing us a different vantage point. It's showing us who this is. And what I have found, Scorpios, is that every single full moon where I'm feeling this energy, which again is every one that's taken place this year, for the next few days after, when I'm feeling inside that energy, my dreams always have the same handful of people showing up. All of the villains in my life that have clicked up to do this energy manipulation and spell work on me. This has been going on for a very long time. But as time has progressed, I've started to really see the pattern. It cannot be ignored any longer. It's very important that you understand that what is taking place is nothing short of a complete spiritual war. You guys are in the middle of a war, and you don't even know it because you're in your waking life every day. Your dreams are not the illusion. Your waking life is the illusion. Your dreams are much more real than your actual waking life. A lot of you have been getting hit with this spell work to create a lot of confusion in your dreams to where you can't really compartmentalize what it is you're actually dreaming about. But what you need to really take notice of are the people that keep popping into your dreams. The people that keep popping into your thoughts out of nowhere. You can't get these people out of your mind. These are the individuals that the universe is trying to expose to you. Seven of Swords, right? You're looking at everything through the eyes of God. God is like, come here, my child. Let me show you who's doing this to you. And you know, Scorpios, I always ask for God to show me these things. God, what do I need to do here in my life? God, who is doing this to me? And I'm telling you, Scorpios, there has never, ever been a question that I have asked that I have not gotten an answer to. And it typically comes in within a week to 2 weeks. But I don't realize until a few weeks later, I'm like, oh my God. The divine showed me who it was, showed me how to move, but I didn't realize it in that moment. You start to get perspective as you start moving through that energy. This is also energy manipulation, trying to make you forget, trying to disconnect you from higher source energy. What do we have at the sacral, please? Hangman. Pisces energy at the sacral, and this goes along perfectly with what I just said. These individuals are victimizing themselves based off of you going through this spiritual ascension because of all the illumination that's taking place in and around your life. You going through this spiritual awakening, this ascension, is waking you up to the truth in your life, waking you up to who these people really are and what role they play in your life. They're all agents of the Matrix, hired by the devil himself to keep you in a place of illusion, not allow you to wake up to your divinity and to actually realize that you are this high vibrational light being that has come to this planet to help raise the collective vibration. This is what this is all about, Scorpios, stopping you from waking up to who you really are. Waking up to the fact that you've been in this suspended state your entire lives. More and more comes to the light. More and more is being shown to you the further you go into this ascension. The further you navigate the matrix and move towards your divinity. You're starting to see where all the restriction was in your life. The divine has shown you very clearly who, what to let go of. You need to start listening to all this higher guidance. Do not listen to other people inside the matrix when it comes to navigating your everyday life. You must listen to your spirit guides. And one of the messages that I got today as well, right before I started this reading, was surrounding ancestor offerings, okay? And I never actually knew this, what I'm about to tell you guys, so this is all new to me, but it makes perfect sense. I always thought that we just give ancestor offerings as gifts. Like, here you go, I'm so happy that you're protecting me, this and that. I always thought that I have to give up ancestor offerings for them to protect me or for them to be more present in my auric field. But this isn't the whole truth. We give up ancestor offerings, very specific things, because these are materials they actually need to protect you and help you fight the war in spirit. Just like when you step into your purpose, when you step into your allocated position in the universe, which is something I always say, and it's not necessarily geographically speaking, it can be, and I'm going to speak more on that in a second, but it's more an energy. It's an energy of you stepping into your purpose, aligning with your higher self and realizing that you're actually working for the divine, that you're here for a very specific reason. When you step into that energy, then you will start to find yourself very blessed. All your needs are taken care of. You are flooded with abundance, okay? And I know this energy because it happened to me, okay? I went from broke and homeless for a little while, losing my business, lost everything. I stepped into my purpose, and now I'm surrounded by abundance. I get everything I need to keep functioning inside of my purpose, and it's been increasing rapidly all year because I'm doing what I came here to do. This is the same for all of you. Now, those blessings that come through, that's your ancestors sorting things out for you. So in spirit, your ancestors are giving you offerings as well because you're calibrating with them. So it's you working in tandem with your ancestors. The ancestor offerings are to support their mission in spirit, are to help them fight for you, to give them the tools they need that they can't get in spirit. What do we have? The solar plexus? The Empress, Libra, Taurus energy at the solar plexus. The Empress is all about abundance. It's all about growth. It's all about resources. This is bad news for these individuals that are coming up against you. They see you aligning. They see you calibrating with your ancestors. They see you in your power, and they must stop you by any means necessary, and they're relentless with it, Scorpios. They are not going to stop. Not until something very horrible happens to them. And you know, I decided a while ago to navigate these energies in a very specific manner. I haven't called people out by name. I haven't attacked anyone. I've still remained completely composed on my path. Other than these messages that I give to you guys or things that I speak about on my podcast, I have never, ever called anybody out by name or pointed my finger or tried to drag anybody's name through the dirt, because I have a very, very strong connection with God, and it's not my job to do that. So, you know, you'll hear a lot of tarot readers, they're calling out other tarot readers by name, and they're just really creating a lot of drama and chaos, and they're not allowing the Most High to work for them. This is not the way to go about this. You must step back and allow these attacks to empower you. And I'm telling you right now, Scorpios, every time I'm attacked and I feel it taking place, there's this hopeless energy that comes over me. But there's always this message attached to it. Hold the line, Scorpio, because once you get past this attack, you're going to have even more abundance come through for you, and your spiritual gifts are going to go up another level. And without fail, Scorpios, every single time this has happened to me, and I've received that message from my spirit guides to hold the line, sure enough, it comes to pass. Every single time. You know, maybe it's because I do what I do here that I'm focused on all these things throughout my entire day, every single day, because it's my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. But I'm challenging all of you to really start paying attention to all of these little things, because you're going to start seeing the patterns. You all are in this very high vibrational energy of purpose, or you're moving towards this energy depending on where you are on this timeline. There's going to be Scorpios that are advanced into this energy. Some of you are just moving into this energy, and then some of you are just waking up to this now. Okay, there's always going to be Scorpios on different parts of the journey. But it's my job as also a Scorpio. I have a Scorpio sun and a Scorpio rising, and I have many other Scorpio placements, to illuminate this to all of you, so you can then move forward with this information and you can self-empower. Because when you self-empower, it helps pull the rest of the Scorpio collective through into this new timeline. What do we have at the heart, please? Four of Cups, Cancer energy at the heart. And this is what I'm talking about. This is that energy. This is how I feel right after that spell work hits me, post these full moons. I start questioning myself, questioning my path. But I've been in this energy long enough to know that that's an attack, because I'm not somebody who questions myself. I move in a very deliberate manner, otherwise I don't move at all. Scorpios, when you're feeling this way, you need to give yourself a timeout. Take a step back. Go into hermit mode. Connect with your spirit guides. What messages are coming through? Ask for protection and support. Ask for illumination. Because I know, based off of experience, based off of what I have taken note of all year, and this has been going on in my life, since I was born. I've been dealing with this my entire life. But it's because I do what I do here. It's all related to my purpose. So it makes sense when you think about it from that perspective. It's what I have to go through. It's the contract I signed before I came here. Each one of us is different. Each one of us has a different contract. We're all supposed to illuminate different things inside the Scorpio collective, things that we're going through, and help pull the rest of the collective into this new timeline, like I was just saying with this Empress energy. But just know, Scorpio, that there's always a new hope on the other side of this energy. And Scorpios, something I try to do when I feel this energy is to focus on what I'm going to be gifted with once I get to the other side of it. Because I know that every time I'm being hit with this energy, I'm going to be highly blessed on the other side. I'm also going to have these profound messages that I can channel through for all of you like I am now. So really, what they're doing, Scorpio, is giving you a win every single time. But for some reason, they just can't come to terms with the fact that you are a transmuter. You can transmute this negative energy into something high vibrational and positive that you use to uplift the collective, however that shows up in your life. What do we have at the throat, please, for Scorpio? Oh my God. Unbelievable, Scorpios. Because what I'm about to tell you has everything to do with the devil. And what I was saying earlier on in the spread about our allocated position in the universe. Something that I have become aware of, Scorpios, just this past couple of weeks, well, since the last Scorpio reading, is where God positioned me, geographically speaking. You know, a lot of you know that I went through major trials and tribulations during the pandemic, like we all did. I lost my business. I ended up homeless for a while. I had to put my life back together. I started this channel exactly 2 years ago. I think it was like, I uploaded my first video, I think like 2 years ago tomorrow or something. But I ended up out in Joshua Tree, which is where I live now in the high deserts of California. Joshua Tree is a very, very spiritual place. There's a lot of energy vortexes out here, and it really supported me during this time of great spiritual awakening. And I've managed to put together a very beautiful, abundant life for myself ever since I've been out here. I've been buying up land. I'm getting ready to build a home. There's all sorts of amazing stuff that's happened for me in this past 2 years. 2 years ago, I was homeless, living in my car with my dog, completely broke. 2 years later, I'm buying up land, getting ready to build a home, surrounded by abundance, and I have a very successful channel on YouTube. But what was illuminated to me this past couple weeks, Scorpios, was very profound and quite shocking. And it has everything to do with the devil himself. So exactly 44 miles from me, 44 minutes in a car, or if I walked there, 14 hours and 44 minutes, is something called the Amboy Crater. Legend has it that this is where Lucifer landed when he was cast out of heaven. It's this giant crater that's situated on this volcanic field. It's formed out of ash and cinders. It's 1,500 feet in diameter, and it's 250 feet high. I'm in a direct line with the Amboy Crater. My tarot table here is in direct alignment with it, but exactly 44 miles away from it. I started to get these very, very clear downloads as this was all coming to my attention, that I was positioned specifically in this location. It all has to do with the reason why I'm here. And when you think about the way I channel about these demon energies in our life, it really does make sense. It's like I've been positioned to stand guard. And legend also has it is that the Amboy Crater is the gates to hell, Jerusalem being the gates to heaven. Many, many years ago, there was only 2 places on this planet, supposedly, where the Joshua tree grew. I'm surrounded by these trees called Joshua trees. The other place that they grew was in Jerusalem. Now, who knows how accurate all these legends are? But the fact that they even exist, and I have been positioned exactly where I am, has really awoken me to something much deeper having to do with my purpose. So when I talk about our allocated position in the universe being an energy of vibration, for some of us, it's also something geographical. But it's taken 2 years for me to even realize this. I had no idea that 44 miles away from me was a crater in this backwards town where Lucifer supposedly crashed down from heaven. The town of Amboy is the typical town that you see in these movies where people pull into a gas station and there's nobody there and it's real creepy and they feel like everybody is watching them. This is what this town is. It's very, very creepy. I just feel that this is going to quite possibly spark a lot of ideas in all your minds as well in relation to each one of your individual purposes and what you came here to do. But me, I've been positioned here so I can channel through all these messages from the divine in relation to these demon energies that work in our life. And then we have the devil right here at the throat, which is me communicating about all of this to all of you. Communicating to all of you how these devil energies show up in our life, trying to keep us in this place of bondage, inside the matrix, with all these material obsessions, this energy of lust that has nothing to do with our divinity and why we came here. It's all an illusion, and it's been systematically placed in all of your lives by the devil. Now, there's countless devils. Yes, there is one place of source for this devil energy, and then it branches out into each one of our lives, and that devil spirit will possess the individuals around us, lovers, family members, best friends, however it shows up for you. For me, it was all of them. For a lot of you, it has been as well. The devil's going to get to you however he can, because you are a threat, Scorpios. The Scorpio collective as a whole is a major threat, because you are the house of transformation. The 8th house is all about transforming, becoming the phoenix rising from the ashes. When this takes place in each one of your lives, individually speaking, it sends out a shockwave across the planet. And don't ever think that you're insignificant, that you don't make a difference, because I'm telling you right now, each one of you makes a difference on an incremental level. It's like we're Voltron, right? All the little robots that come together to make the big robot. It's exactly like that. But we do it in spirit. As you navigate the matrix, every single day will be another attempt that the devil has to try and disconnect you from your higher self and put you back to sleep. God has me in isolation. I don't have people around me. It's a part of my path. I had to sacrifice certain things in my life to be here so I can give these messages as a clear channel with no distractions around me. And ever since I've been positioned here, which is a great responsibility, I've seen dramatic increases in all areas of my life. Everything I need to function inside of my purpose shows up magically. It just appears. If I ever have to spend money on something, it always comes back to me in multiples. Every time. It's almost funny when it happens now. But all of this, Scorpios, does come with sacrifice. And I say sacrifice lightly because to me, it's nothing that ever served my highest good and purpose anyway. But you do have to let go of a lot of people. I had to let go of everybody. I had to leave everything behind, build a whole new life for myself. But the messages that came through were so clear. God's like, you need to go to Joshua Tree. You need to go to the high desert. And so I did. And then piece by piece, it all started coming back together for me. And then as soon as I launched my channel, which was 2 years ago, boom, everything just took off. For you Scorpios that are going through this struggle right now, because I know there's a lot of you out there, it happens in waves for all of us, you have to understand this is all a part of this phoenix rising from the ashes. You need to strip away, let go of everything that doesn't serve you in your life. For me, it happened by way of the tower, which is God bringing these changes into my life forcibly because I wasn't doing it myself. You know, God said to me, he's like, we told you a bunch of times, you need to leave this person behind. You need to stop doing that. You need to do this. You need to follow this higher guidance. And even though I moved in a very methodical fashion and I was listening to all my higher guidance, there was a couple of things relating to living situations that I just wasn't ready to let go of yet. You know, the only reason why I lost my housing during that pandemic is because I chose to leave where I was. I was surrounded by all these very demonic people, a lot of drug abuse and alcoholism, and just very, very disgusting vile individuals. And I knew I wanted to launch this channel, and the messages that were coming through to me were, you cannot launch your channel until you get in isolation. We can't have you do it when you are in this environment. You won't be able to deliver the messages through to the collective the way that we need you to until you change your circumstances. So I took a chance. That's that fool energy, taking that hero's journey in your life. Just stepping all out on faith, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm just going to move out. I have nowhere really to go. And I did it. But then as I moved in to this new timeline, I started to see exactly why I wasn't able to remain where I was. Because a lot of what I do here has to do with that cycle as well, the different demons that I dealt with. You know, demonology in and of itself is the understanding of these different demons, these different vibrations. A demon is a vibrational signature. When you live your life in a very specific way, hurting other individuals through sociopathic tendencies or narcissism, you make yourself a vessel for demons to come and possess you, changing your vibration. There are specific demons that are connected to each of these different vibrations. Vibrations meaning behavioral patterns. What I came to understand is that these karmic cycles that I was in, I faced off with every single demon that there is. All of them. That's why God positioned me where I am now. The way I'm channeling these messages through in these Scorpio readings are like a call to arms. This is us waking up to our purpose, to our divinity, taking place inside these readings. These readings are much more than tarot readings. There's this silent uprising taking place here. All of this that we speak about is very, very deep, hidden knowledge. And all I ask of you, Scorpios, is that you take this knowledge and you start to observe your own lives. And I promise you that a lot of you are going to see the patterns that I'm talking about. You're going to start to wake up to new ideas. Wake up to who you truly are. We're all a part of the same soul family. We are all in this together. We are all fighting the same war. What do we have at the third eye? Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy at the third eye. Scorpios, this is an energy of you being initiated into this spiritual awareness. Everything that I'm speaking about right now, this Ace of Wands confirms this. You starting to understand how energy shows up in our life. There's a lot of momentum building up here. There's this whole new beginning that's awaiting all of us. We are all pieces of a much bigger puzzle. Confirmation. This is an energy of you realizing your potential, Scorpios. All you really have to do, Scorpios, put yourself first. Go after your dreams. Those dreams are the most real thing that you have. Like I said, our dream space is actually what's really going on. The fact that you're not going after those dreams isn't real. That is the illusion. That is how they get a win over you. This is an energy of courage. Arm yourself with this knowledge, Scorpios, of how to navigate the matrix. I'm not just saying all this. I'm living proof. I have done all this. I'm doing all of this. I'm still out here learning more and more and discovering more and more and coming back here and working with my spirit guides to try and give all this to you in a very cohesive manner. Because I understand, Scorpios, is that when you guys win, I win too. We are a soul family. We are fighting the same war. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to be the best you can possibly be. Become the best versions of yourself that have ever existed. All it takes is you jumping onto that timeline. Your best self already exists. Think about that. You just need to step into that vibration. Calibrate. And the way you do this is by stepping into this energy of being in your allocated position in the universe, whether it's geographically, vibrationally, it's going to be different for all of you. And it's not trying to elude you, Scorpios. The Matrix is trying to get you to elude your purpose. Think about that. Your purpose is actually saying, hey, Scorpios over here, you just need to come this way. Your intuition It's calling you. Once you step into that energy, boom, everything changes. There's this energy of power that floods through. What do we have with the crown? And if there was going to be a card for flooding through, it would be the Two of Cups, Scorpios. Cancer energy, Lord of Love. This goes along perfectly with what I just said. This is the energy of a spiritual union. It's an energy of harmony. This all represents a true reflection of your real nature, Scorpios. Right there at the crown. This is you following this higher guidance, calibrating with your higher self, stepping into this energy of purpose. This is what this is all about. All of you need to be running towards your purposes. If there's things holding you back and you just can't see a way to overcome what you're going through, let it go. It doesn't matter. It's an obstacle. You're not supposed to see a way in dealing with it. You're supposed to let it go. What do we have at the foundation from the Occult Tarot? Let's see what demons are trying to block my Scorpio's root chakra. I can only imagine, Scorpios. Four Swords, Simius, Libra energy. So these next few cards, Scorpios, I read as reversals because they're the demons. These demons are going to show up in other people, like I've been talking about. It can also be your own self-doubt, the way you speak to yourself, the way you perceive yourself, which is typically based off of projections by way of these demons in our life anyway. And this goes along exactly with what I was saying earlier on in the reading. This is an energy right here of burnout and anxiety. Moving slowly. All byproducts of this energy manipulation, this spell work, this black magic. Whatever it is in your lives, it's going to be different for all of you. And I know that sounds wild. 4 years ago, I would have never imagined myself even speaking about something so ridiculous. But it's very, very real, Scorpios, okay? Very real. And until you've been hit with this energy manipulation, it's very hard to really compartmentalize it. So now when I feel this energy come towards me, I know exactly what it is I'm dealing with. In fact, there have been times when I have felt this black magic on me, and specific things have happened in my dreams. I have actually seen some of those demons in my dreams, and I wake up and I can pull one of those demons out of this deck here. This right here represents the energy going back to these individuals. 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords. You seeing exactly what's taking place, seeing things through the eye of God. Come here, my child. Let me show you exactly who it is. Whether it's in your dreams, things just starting to become clearer to you, you start to put the pieces together, and then boom, here they are, having to wear that heavy chainmail, that spell work, that energy manipulation that they prepared for you, right there at the root chakra. So, like I was saying, when you get these root chakra attacks, it's an energy of feeling unstable, very unsure about yourself. You're second-guessing your moves. You should always be moving in a deliberate fashion. Never second-guess yourself. When you are moving in this deliberate fashion, that's you listening to your higher guidance. You don't question anything, and you just move. So for me, when I start to find myself not moving in that deliberate fashion, I know something's up. So pay attention to what's going on around you. You know exactly who you are, and you know who you are not. What do we have at the sacral? Hangman underneath the hangman. So we've gone through 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th deck of cards, and we have the hangman stacked. And here they are. Skin deep. You see them now. Like I said, it could be in your dreams, right? Light bulb moment. You see who all these traitors in your life are. And a lot of these people will victimize themselves based off of you doing your God-given duty, working inside of your purpose. You'll just start to see them squirm. You'll start to see that they always had some sort of ulterior motive, that they were creating delays in your life. Too many cards. What do we have at the solar plexus? Chariot, Andros, Cancer energy. Sower of discord, slayer of men. Right underneath that Empress. This is an energy of giving up. It's an energy of losing your direction. You not being able to focus based off of this energy manipulation. Just giving up. They want you to give up. What do we have at the heart? What do we have at the heart? Okay, we'll take this one. Nine of Pentacles, Amdusius, making mistakes. More setbacks, Scorpios. These individuals have been taking advantage of you your entire life without you even knowing it. This is what's being illuminated to you now. As you move into this energy of purpose, the divine starts to illuminate to you what was holding you back the entire time. You start to see things from this universal vantage point. It's like when you get this perspective, you can see the chains, spiritually speaking, that are connected to you. Let's just say karmic cords of attachment. You're able to see exactly where they go. I'm just seeing you looking down over the planet through the eyes of the universe. You see yourself as a little dot on the planet, and you start to zoom in closer and closer. But as you start to get closer, you can see that there's some sort of chains connected to you that you would never see in your everyday waking life. And all these chains lead back to the same group of individuals. These chains are karmic cords of attachment, narcissistic cords of attachment, and they're all in spirit. This is why you'll always hear about people doing cord-cutting rituals. That's what that is. They're hooks, they're energetic cords that are meant to drain you of your life force, keep you in a very controlled state. That's why you need to exit yourself from these individuals' lives as soon as possible so you can cause these cords to detach. A lot of these individuals created financial setbacks in your life, trying to keep you in a place of poverty, so you would always need them. But you see them now for who they truly are. Doesn't it look like this unicorn? Which is not even a unicorn, it's a horse with a horn on its head, made to look like a unicorn. Doesn't it look like he's just been caught and he's like, well, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing, right? It looks like it's guilty, right? This is how they feel right now. They feel you seeing them, noticing them for who they truly are. Eight of Cups, Pisces energy, transformation. Eel. So this is an energy of you withdrawing, moving on, abandoning all hope, realizing that there was no love in that jug, just a bunch of dust, Scorpios. You can't change any of these people, Scorpios. It's completely hopeless. And a lot of you will have to burn bridges moving forward. You can't have these individuals in your life where you're going. In fact, you will not be able to step fully into your power and purpose until these individuals are completely exited from your life. It's all a part of this journey, letting go of everything and anyone who doesn't serve your highest good. You can't make up excuses for these people any longer. What do we have at the throat, please, from the Angel Tarot? Let's get into the outcome. I just saw the Temperance. What do we have at the throat? Five of Cups, Vayuela. Cancer energy. God, King, and Ruler. Prosperity. Destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. This is you releasing all this sadness, Scorpios. Moving on. Taking a whole new direction in life. Heading in the direction that you were always meant to go. All of us have been derailed. All of us have been sent down the wrong path by these family members, these people in our life. What do we have at the third eye? Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Poel. God who supports the universe. fortune and fame, fulfills any request. And this goes back to what I was saying about the ancestor offerings. Looking at ancestor offerings in a different way. It's not you giving presents to your ancestors. You're giving them what they need, the tools they need to help support their spiritual battle. And then they bless you with abundance and the tools you need to support your battle inside the matrix. You work in tandem with them. At the third eye, emphasis on following your intuition, following this higher guidance. Stay in this connected state with your ancestors, your spirit guides, God. They're all here to help you navigate your specific everyday matrix life. We have to live inside the matrix. We can't change that. But if you look at it in terms of you being here on a mission, you chose to be here before you even incarnated into this lifetime, that you're here for a very specific reason, then Scorpios, you can have a lot of fun with it. Trust me, when you step into your energy of purpose, oh, it's a lot of fun. Okay? It's a lot of fun. Because you start to take dominion over all of these demons in your life. And you're able to do it with ease simply by staying in this connected state with your spirit team. What do we have at the crown to close this up for Scorpio? And there it is, the Fool. Vehuia, the exalting God. Will and new beginnings. Assist with difficult and great undertakings. Goes along perfectly with what I've been saying throughout this reading. Talking about this Fool's journey. Leaving it all behind, following your higher guidance, moving towards this energy of purpose, stepping out on faith and taking a chance on yourself, Scorpios. This is all about these new beginnings that are trying to begin in your life. It's also you rising to the higher astral realms, planting these new seeds in your life. You want to search for the truth. It's also an energy of you standing directly in your power, Scorpios. See, it's so interesting because the Fool's journey is us having to strip away everything, and we essentially step out into the universe in this energy of feeling rather naked and desolate and like we don't have anything left, like all hope is lost. But this is actually one of the most powerful things you can ever actually do, Scorpios, because how many people actually have the courage to do this? I bet there's not one single individual in any of your lives who have ever done this, because it's only a path for chosen individuals. Your faith is so powerful that you know that this will only last for a season, that it's merely preparing you for you to be able to function inside of your purpose, however this energy is showing up for you. But this is you stripping away everything that no longer serves you, Scorpios, stepping out on faith, which really is just you having enough confidence to realize that you're capable of anything and going after it. Scorpios, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, all that information can be found in the description below. And thank you for your donation, Scorpio. Take care.